leading up to the release of Wakanda Forever, I had said that I wasn't going to go see this movie at the theater. And there's plenty of reasons why, contrary to what some may think. I wasn't throwing a fit about it or upset about anything in particular. For me, for the most part, it was because I didn't want to go see this movie after Thor Love and Thunder. Seeing Thor Love and Thunder come out, as soon as I walked out of that movie, I walked out and said, hey, I'm not going to see Wakanda Forever at the movie theater. And as a matter of fact, Love and Thunder is probably like the only any of these movies that I've only gone to the theater to see once. And like I said, at that time I was like, I'm not gonna go watch Wakanda Forever at the movie theater. It's not getting my money at this point. Now, there are several reasons why, and sure, there is like the movement out there, recast T'Challa, and believe me when I say I do believe in recast T'Challa. I mean, just recast the character, it's okay, and I'm not saying that, you know, I know everybody kind of has a different way that they see the whole recast T'Challa movement, and I don't even recall signing the petition. Like, I just believe in the movement, recast the character, and I'm not saying that you have to do it now and you have to make the movie within the next 2 years or anything like that. I'm not anything like that. You can take your time and come out with a good story like this. And, you know, because, like, I get that there are people who are, you know, emotionally attached to the actor and everything like that, and I totally get that, especially the people that are there on set working with the man. I totally get all of these things. But for me, as just a fan, somebody who likes and watches these movies, I just feel like you're gonna eventually get somebody in there to play the role of T'Challa, and we'll get into a little bit more of that here in just a minute. But you're eventually going to get somebody in here, so just get somebody new to come in and play T'Challa. And again, you don't have to do it now. You don't have to be in a year. You can take your time with this for all I care. But just recast the character. You're going to anyway. And for me, it's not something that was like super upsetting and like I'm gonna boycott this movie and hope that it does bad or anything like that. It's really not like that. I don't hope that the movie is gonna fail or anything like that at all. I just kind of decided that I wasn't going to go see it at the movie theater after walking out of Love and Thunder, and I'll get a little bit more into that in just a minute. But part of it was the recast T'Challa thing, and not like I said, not like I'm gung-ho about it, but you're going to redo it at some point. Just do it. You're going to find some other way to circumvent and things like that. Just recast the character, and again, take your time if you have to. And from what I seen on this review from E-Man's movie review, they had that option. Nate Moore was on there, you know, he had a little Q&A with E-Man, and they discussed some things, and it was a pretty good interview. You should go check it out. But regardless, I'm still saying, you know, you can just recast the character. And again, they had that option to take their time or to not make a second movie at all, which obviously a character like this, the world that they are in, we're talking about Wakanda here, you're gonna make another movie, especially after the success of the character from Civil War into his own solo film, and then even where we got him just a little bit in Infinity War and Endgame. You definitely want to see more of this character out there. And then there was that one What If episode as well. And then, you know, obviously the passing of the Chadwick Boseman was very sad and tragic, and I know like everybody really felt that loss. You know, like I get it, as a fan, it was a sad time. I can imagine what all those people were going through, the family and all of those kinds of things, and I get the company as well. Like, what are they going to do? I understand they had to try to do the best they could with what they've got. And again, for me, I still feel just recast the character. I get like he was really great at the character, but that's not to say that like if nobody can ever replace him, if nobody can ever do better, then nobody's ever going to play this role again. I mean, that just sounds absurd to me. Like I said, the whole conversation, either way you look at it, is just kind of a weird one. You can feel whatever way you want to about it. But for me, it was like one of the smallest reasons why I wouldn't go see this movie, because I would generally be interested in seeing this movie. There's a lot of things about this movie that I do want to see, as well. And one of the things in that interview that E-Man did is I'm gonna spoil one little thing in the interview. is he did say they need to know from audiences how they feel about it to let them know. And like I get what he's saying there, from audiences like, well, I am part of the captive audience, but not for this film. If I go watch this movie as well, then that kind of says, especially the way I normally do it, where I get tickets for me, my 3 kids, two of my friends and their kids as well. I usually get them each a second ticket, and then typically another ticket as well. And that's just the opening night. There's usually easily $100 dropped on tickets just right there between the 10 of us. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes it'd be 12 tickets. It just kind of depends. But that's easily over $100 right there just on opening night. And typically I'd go see it again with my wife and the kids again, because my wife would typically be at work while we're going on Thursday night. So we'd go see it again that Sunday. I might go and see it again one of the days before. Maybe before that, maybe on a Friday or a Saturday, if I could squeeze in, maybe definitely on Discount Tuesday, go see it again. And probably, in weeks after that, I would basically spend a lot of money going to watch these movies. But after coming out of Love and Thunder, and that was really what did it, why I said I wasn't going to go see this movie in the theater, and is because after getting out of Love and Thunder, which I was already kind of there on the whole Thor thing anyway after Ragnarok, and to me, I walked out of Love and Thunder and I'm like, this is a joke. If you don't want to take your characters seriously, I'm not gonna take them seriously. And this isn't even anything to do with like all the films. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, I got superhero fatigue and Phase 4 just isn't that good and all this and that. These TV shows, like, I don't hold the TV shows against them for what they're doing. Like, to me, the TV shows are TV shows. They feel like a lot of the TV shows that I watch out there, and that's kind of about where it goes. Like, I can't really judge much based off of those alone. So I don't really hold those as strikes against the MCU. But then it's just like the movies here over Phase 4, I don't think they're all terrible. There are just some that are better than others. And comparing these to other films in the MCU, yeah, like a lot of these films, stack them up against the best. Yeah, they might not look so good, but I don't think they're all terrible in any sense of the films for the most part until Love and Thunder. But that one was one that I'm definitely like you're not taking their characters seriously, and then coming out of that film and knowing that they didn't recast T'Challa, and this movie is a Black Panther movie, and you can leave all your arguments about, oh, well, in the comics, Shuri, this and that. The point being is, I'm like, you're gonna try to sell me on a Black Panther movie that don't have Black Panther in it. And to me, you're not taking it very seriously, and so therefore, I'm just not gonna go see this movie. Just too many things. Because, like I said, like Love and Thunder was kind of a breaking point for me. Yeah, it broke me. Just in that way, I'm like, I'm not gonna go see this next film. Like, they didn't take this movie seriously, and I really don't feel like they're taking Wakanda Forever seriously without recasting a character like that. And that's just how I felt about it. Now, coming out of Wakanda Forever, just kind of what we've got going on here. I don't wish the film to do bad or anything like that, but again, I think it does come down to some of the stuff about taking the character seriously. I certainly don't have any doubts that the people in this film, the people making this film, I have no doubts in the production, the direction, or even the acting in this film with anybody involved. There's no question that any of these people are going to turn in a good movie. I don't feel the seriousness in there without Black Panther. I don't feel like I need to see this without T'Challa being there. And I know what they did in this film, with kind of killing the character off, and then what they did with the son. He's got a son, right? They're gonna do the mantle, and they still got T'Challa. Like, okay, it's the son thing, and you can do the argument, oh, you got T'Challa. Like, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. But that's still like still not T'Challa. You could have took your time to and then just recast like the kid thing. I'm just not into it. Again, some of the other things like in the film, like with the kid not being there in Wakanda and living with his dad. I'm like, this really come on, this feels like just a really bad look. How are you not gonna have the kid living with his father? Like, he's literally like living in a broken home when he's got a mother and father that don't hate each other or anything like that, and you can use whatever excuse you want to. Like, that just don't make sense to me. The more I hear about the things that are in this movie, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just glad I'm not gonna go spend the hundreds of dollars that I would typically spend going to watch this film. I will buy it when it comes out on physical media, so I can watch it then. I don't have Disney Plus at this point because when they first started it, I signed up and they had that 3-year deal. It's about to lapse, and I'm just gonna let it go on. And when one of the new shows come out, I'll do the Chillmonger model, and I'll get it for that month, and I'll watch the new series, and then cancel it again. I don't need to spend the money on it every single dang month, right? When I've seen all the shows, like most of the movies and everything else on there, I own the physical copies of, so I don't have to continue to pay the service every month for this thing. Now, of course, my children might feel a little bit different about that, but hey, they can pay the bill then. But regardless of all that, I will wait till then, and I will save my judgments because, I don't think, again, that there's anything going to be bad about this film as far as what they turned in, as far as the directing, the acting, or anything like that. I never even questioned that whatsoever. It was just kind of them taking it serious or not to me, and it just doesn't feel like it's very serious. Now, I'm going to go see Quantumania. I like Ant-Man, and they got King in this one. They got me sold, and they got Namor in Wakanda Forever, and that's something like hey, I don't care what I do care what they did with the character, the changes and all that, but I don't care in the sense that I'm gonna hold it against the movie and not be able to enjoy the movie because of that. If they can still make it good and great, which a lot of people are saying it is, and I will probably enjoy those aspects of it, I think can be pretty cool, and I could still enjoy that for what it is. Maybe. Again, I don't know, because I haven't seen the movie yet. But this one, I'm just kind of okay. I at this point, I kind of really don't care what you do if you don't have T'Challa in there. And like I said, I know he's in there, but he's not in there. I really don't like it. And just you could have took your time. And so I'm gonna take my time, and in giving them my money to watch this movie. But that's just if you ask me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know if you watched the movie and how much you enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a terrible film, and I certainly not rooting against it. Just going to wait to see it, and I can watch it over and over as much as I want for the price of about 2 movie tickets. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live. And tonight we're going a little bit early, right? I'm going a little bit early. And I had that little introduction video there. I'm gonna release that video by itself a little bit later here on the channel. Just got to get it uploaded and all that stuff, thumbnail and all that stuff. But you guys got to see it here first. On the Trailer Park Live. Again, thank you all so much for being here. I am going a little bit early. Just kind of had the time. I was here ready and everything. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to go early and talk about some of this stuff. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was superhero fatigue. I asked this question on Twitter the other day. Did you guys go check it out? Did you guys answer the poll? Let me know down in the comments below if you did go answer that poll over on Twitter where I was asking if you have superhero fatigue. Do you? I mean, I can ask you right here in the chats right now. Let's go ahead and we'll put this poll in there. We'll put this poll. We're gonna put another one though too. Oh no, not that. This one. You. I probably could have done this while I was sitting there flapping my gums in that pre-recorded video, huh? There you go. We're gonna let that go for a couple of minutes. And make sure that you answer really quick. Make sure that you answer because I've got another. The next one, I've got another one for after that. But thank you guys so much for being here, and let's see if I can find what's where were my poll results. Let me see if I'm one of those weirdos that tweets 1,000 times a day and I have to scroll for a half hour before I can find my own poll that I asked. Oh, okay, look. I didn't even have to scroll that far to find it. Okay. Right here on Twitter. On Twitter here we got 26. We got 20. You know, I could probably bring that up on. Couldn't I? I probably could. I could probably bring it up on. I'm sure I could probably bring it up on the screen if I really wanted to. Yeah, we're gonna forget about it for now. But it says, I said, do you have or feel like you have superhero fatigue? And you can see right there. Oh, you know what? Hold on, guys. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, guys. I gotta do some stuff here. Some stuff I forgot. There we go. Okay. Right there. Do you have superhero fatigue or feel like you have it? 46% say yes out of 26 votes. And I'll tell you that the 46% of you, I don't know, how did you answer the next question? Okay, that's what it really gets down to. That's what it really comes down to, is the next question. But 46% said yes, they do feel like they have superhero fatigue, and 54% said no. So out of 26 votes, that would be 14 people, I guess. 14 people said they feel like they don't, and 13 people felt like they did. Right? 12. You got it. So that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad, I guess. That's not too bad. You know, almost split 50-50. Some feeling like they do, some feeling like they don't. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys feel? Let me know by answering the poll there that I put there in the chats. Go ahead and answer that, and I'll get here into the live chats and see what everybody is talking about. Thank you all so much for being here. Smash the like button. Make sure you share the stream out with your friends. Tell them to come hang out with us. Tell them to answer the question. Do you have superhero fatigue? Jonny on the spot. Jedi Mike, RC Scott. Rhea, the Glimmering Harpy, is here as well. Some wonderful Myrtle Maniacs in the building. We've got Justin Simone, Star Wars Marvel Purist, in the building as well. This is Eric the Guapo. Hawks Holocrons, thank you so much for being here. Got Daniel Fisher in the house. Yes. Got Aglax here. Who else we got here? James Jimenez. I see you here. I see you. I see you, James. I see you, man. Let's see. Anybody else creeping in? We got, Aaron. Aaron from Strange Marvel Theories here. Oh, we got Two Brothers Comics here, guys. Yes. Oh, Two Brothers Comics is definitely real. All right. Well, I guess we'll see. Let's see. I see everybody kind of chatting up here. I see. What do we see? Oh, yes, Justin Simone. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Great Batman, and from what I understand, a great human being. I guess based off MCU standards, we should never get an animated Batman cartoon or video game ever. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Justin. You're not wrong. Eric the Guapo, thank you so much for being here. Says, I always love superheroes. I just haven't liked the live action iterations from the past 10 years or so. Yeah, and you know what? Like, I'll be honest. Like, even like it's all debatable in exactly how we're looking at it and stuff like that. I mean, like, essentially, superhero movies got me back into comics as well. Like, I'm one of those rare few that like I got back in. But the thing is, like, I was a kid before, and I got back into like It's not like I never was before, right? So like. Yeah, but like I'm one of those people that are converted, and even like getting back and reading some of the old comic books and everything compared to what we even get in the films, even the good films, reading a lot of shit in the comic books, it's just so much better than what we've got on like in any of the movies. Like, it really is, and not in like the movies. It doesn't mean the movies suck or anything like that. But like what you see in the comics is so great, because like I've been sitting here reading through the West Coast Avengers, and I'm sitting here reading all this wild, crazy, zany, and fun shit, and I'm like, They couldn't do like could they do all like I would be okay with them doing all this shit in the MCU, but could they get away with it? Could they like oh man, am I gonna get furry tiger out there? You see, I keep bringing it up, so you guys know you guys know I must obviously have the shit, man. Pretty soon you guys are gonna oh man no, gonna go from a Ren Fair geek to a yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, certainly, I think the comic books definitely have. I don't know, they just have a factor to them. They're just so great. Absolutely. Hawk says Black Panther 2 is so good. They introduced so damn much. Yes. I'm sure once I actually watch the film. I'm sure once I actually watch the film, I'm sure that there are things about it that I'm really gonna like. I'll be able to go look at them and see what's going on and come up with some theories. Cause I mean, I guess in case you can't tell, I do like certainly theory crafting and doing stuff like that, coming up with my own theories for stuff they could do. And I usually do I always try to do some shit like you don't see Eric Voss doing and stuff like that. And like he's come and steal my shit before. He stole my shit before. One time I gave him permission to. I did. Yeah, I'm watching you, Eric Voss. I'm still watching you, son of a bitch. Anyway, I know you're still watching. Anyway, point being. Is I like doing that because like a lot of them I try to do like shit like somebody else nobody else is talking about, like picking out some little things like my whole thing with the Emerald Tablet, man, like that shit drives me fucking nuts. The other week I almost went nuts over on Chillmonger's stream. We were sitting there talking about this and that and this and that, and I'm all this and that and this and that and this and that. It's the Emerald Tablet, goddammit. Anyway. Jonny on the spot says, I won't see it due to the cultural appropriation of Latin American culture. Man, you know what? Chillmonger sent me this video of a channel that I don't really watch, but it was actually somebody I do like on there talking and ranting about this movie, and I was like, hey, I can't say you're wrong, man. I can't say you're wrong, but yeah. Okay. Aglex says, I'm suffering from people saying superhero movie fatigue. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're suffering from people saying superhero movie fatigue. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm kind of there with you too. And we're going to kind of debunk this rumor too. Okay, we're going to kind of debunk this one. Okay, so let's see what are the oh, come on, man. Let me there we go. So far we've got 11 votes here. There's 11 people here, so we're going to end the poll there. And it looks like, what did we end up with? We ended up with superhero fatigue. 63% say no. 36% say yes. So that's not too bad. It's almost the same. I mean, we're getting close to the same ratio that we had on Twitter. Close to the same, because it wasn't the same amount of people. And yeah, you get it. Let's see. How about this? Here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now that's the next one there. Answer this one. We'll get into this whole superhero fatigue. Could you watch your favorite superhero flick right now and enjoy it? Like, if you're one of those people that said that you feel like you have superhero fatigue, could you go out there and watch your favorite superhero movie film right now and enjoy? Could you go watch Blade? Could you go watch Iron Man? Could you go watch Punisher, the Thomas Jane one? Maybe the Dolph Lundgren one. That's really the only movies of the movies there are, right? Oh, I guess there's Warzone too. But like, could you go watch it right now and enjoy it? Could you go watch Ragnarok if you enjoyed it and enjoy it? Could you go watch Captain America: The First Avenger right now and enjoy it? Could you go watch Spider-Man 2 and enjoy it? Could you go watch Batman 1989 and enjoy it? Could you go watch Batman the Animated Series and enjoy it? Let me know. Answer the poll. Answer the poll. Answer, you son. Oh, okay. Well, we'll let that one go for another few minutes. We're going to let that one go for another few minutes. We'll get into some more of the chats here. And then me and Aglax will let you know about the superhero fatigue and how you're feeling about it. Maybe you're wrong or something. Aaron from Strange Marvel Theory says 17 is my lucky number. Let's go, Maniacs. Okay, what's 7? Oh, okay. What was 17? What was 17? Did I miss the 17 thing? Did I miss the 17 thing? Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's see where we at here. I also went into this movie thinking I wouldn't like it because I was upset Ryan Coogler wouldn't take my weird producer notes to change his movie. Absolutely. It's the worst. Okay. It's the worst. I mean, he's basically, because of it, right? He's basically, right? Yeah. This is one viewing for me. Can't afford to take the kids. Yeah. Be honest with you, colonizer. Yes. I guess so. Whether you're Tolkien or Tolkien, you're right. I also went into this movie thinking, oh, okay, no, sorry, I just read that one. My expectations were super low. All right. If I see any free months, I'll let everyone know. Okay, yeah, for Disney Plus, absolutely. Give me a digital code, bro. Or just give me your password. I'm kidding. Usually get it from somebody. Damn expensive, $22. What? It's $6.75 by me in Dixon, Illinois. Oh, what, for the movie theater? Yeah, for the movie theater. Yeah, it's yeah. You go to the IMAX. If you go to the IMAX viewing, like, it's definitely I think what are the tickets like? What are the tickets typically for the IMAX here? I think it's usually about I think they're usually about $12 to $15 depending on what time you go. Yeah. Somewhere right around there. Man. Let's see, at the drive-in and here in Atlanta, it was overflowing. They stopped taking money. They just said find a spot and run in the run if the fire marshal shows. There you go. That's funny. Oh, you like that? You like that, Daniel? Yeah. It's too violent in Illinois for drive-ins. Shit, I miss them though. Oh yeah. Drive-ins. Yeah, drive-ins are great. I don't just bad writing fatigue. I need Marcus and McFeely back. Yes. Some Marcus and McFeely would be great. I am in the damn chats now. Yes, I'm voting yes. Just out of disrespect for this poll. Oh yeah, exactly. Wouldn't expect anything less. There you go. I'll go see the next Ant-Man only because Paul Rudd is a stud. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all over Ant-Man. I'm there. I'm already there. I'm already there for Ant-Man. Two Brothers Comics says it's definitely real. All right. We'll see how you answered this poll. We'll see how you answered the poll. You mind your business, Justin. If I want your opinion, I'd tell Trinity to make a poll. Yeah. There's so many great comic superhero stories there. There should never be fatigue. Although Disney needs to stop spamming their content. Yeah. That sounds like spam. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And believe me, you don't have to participate in the voting if you don't want. I get some people, they're... Okay, so what we got here? Jonny on the spot says, yes, I could watch my favorite superhero movie right now. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Absolutely. So stream out and tell your friends to come get influenced. Yeah, from an influencer in the community. This guy's so full of positivity. I'm the prince of positivity within this community. DMD Lord Veedo about the big Myrtle Maniac. Remember, wings. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So much toxicity here. More masculinity than the entire Black Panther 2 movie. You're not wrong. Oh, man. Oh, dang. Yep, this is the year that they are going to quit making them. Oh, which ones? Which one? What are you talking about? See, I missed that one. Italian sausage and mushroom deep dish. What are you talking about? Oh, man, what are you talking about? Pizza? Oh. I'm dropping another theory video on my channel soon. This one, the strangest one yet. All right. Jason Strope, thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're getting ready to end this poll here in just a minute. I'm almost caught up with the chat. And we'll get into why I think maybe even if you have superhero fatigue, you don't really have superhero fatigue. You're full of shit. We'll get into why. Winston Duke was amazing though. Oh, okay, yeah. Winston Duke. Oh man, there's a guy I used to work with. Man, this dude fucking hates Winston Duke. This guy, like, you can bring up Winston Duke, is about fuck that guy. And it was this older guy I used to work with. We called him Pops. Older black guy, man, and he was a writer and shit. I guess apparently his thing was like he had wrote some movie or some shit. He had a script that he wrote, and like somehow or whatever he submitted it, or however it came about. And I think it may have been like Bill Duke through his production company and shit. Like he had submitted this shit. And like he basically got turned down and refused and everything. And he said that he's like, this motherfucker took my script and used it for one of his movies. Like he basically made a movie. I made a fucking. He's like, and it was it was his story and shit. Like, yeah. So this old guy used to work. Like, I'm like, do you just make shit? Like I feel like some people would just like make some shit like that up, but like this dude was like seriously like fucking pissed off. Like he was like, yeah. He's like, like I believed him. Like we all believed him too. And plus where we live at, and we're because I think the guy I think he used to live right out here too. Well, I mean probably still does, but they're in the area where I was working at. So yeah. Let's see. I can say the mystery wasn't bad as Love and Blunder. I didn't like Eternals, but at least the movie did some world building. This movie doesn't really move the overall MCU plot forward. Look, I got a fan. Hit that like button. Subscribe, Johnny. Trinity Eric Voss took down a theory video he had posted because I showed him that I had the same theory video out 2 years earlier. Nice. Is you on Twitter about okay. So we're introduced from 2 specific events in previous MCU films. Just finished rewatching Blade. Oh, okay. All right. Where we at here? Just love to find my tweet to Mahershala Ali telling him to call Feige and tell Feige that he would take on the Blade character role. Yeah. Just happy that we are getting comic book movie characters from the MCU and DCU. Yeah. Soon to be the DCU. And that was one I called that one. Like, I talked about that. Like, I talked about that one a few years ago. I probably just need to make a clip of it and put it on the channel. Yeah, are you excited for that D&D Nerd Executive? Thank you so much for being here. I see Jason did make it in as well. Yeah. D&D movie is place for that type of tone, though. What type of tone? Oh, like, you mean like funny, silly, zany? My favorite superhero is Halle Berry's Catwoman. Turn it on. Trinity copyright, don't check for it. What? Oh, man. Let's see, where are we at? Your IMAX is 12 to 15. It's 22 here. Damn. Yeah. It's usually about like $12 to $15, kind of depending on like somewhere right around there. Yeah. So how does Ant-Man breathe in the quantum realm? Oxygen molecules would be the size of planets. Maybe so. Talking of Thunder about it, they said they nailed the tone of D&D. All right, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the interview you did. Star Wars MCU-OG. Thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, we're gonna get back to this poll. We're gonna get back to this poll really quick. And what do we got? So far, we have got 15 votes. Didn't we have 6? We had no. How many did we have earlier? It was 11. It was 11 on the first one. But we got 80% here. 80% saying yes, they could watch their favorite movie, superhero movie right now and enjoy it. All right, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to this in just a second. That's 80% to 20%. All right, and remember, there was a pretty good chunk of people that said that they felt like they had superhero fatigue as well. And here's the thing. Let's just catch up with the chat really quick. D&D movie already has a better foundation than the previous one, in my opinion. All right. They do, time Bix streaming show on Disney Plus would be nice. Bix streaming? Oh, you mean from Andor? I think the oxygen in his suit is small to allow him to breathe. He shrinks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hank Pym figured all that shit out. He's a genius. Have one of those. Never enter one of those into your script to this contest and see your movie get made. You see it get made, but you won't get the credit. Yeah, no, it wasn't even anything like that. He knew the dude. Like he knew him. Was friends with him and shit. Yeah. Let's see. I have bad movie fatigue. How James Gunn does well with the DCU. Good competition would force Marvel to make better movies and shows. Yeah, absolutely. Period. Nikki put the period on it for you. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. And that's the thing, superhero fatigue. Is it real? Is it a real thing? Do you have superhero fatigue? Could you go and watch your favorite superhero movie right now and enjoy it? If you do feel like you have superhero fatigue and you could go and watch your favorite superhero movie, I would argue that you're full of shit and you don't have superhero fatigue. I think a lot of people could easily bullshit themselves into thinking that. And certainly at some point, maybe there might come a point when there could be real superhero fatigue. I mean, this thing does happen, especially in films, trends, and things like that throughout the years. It's not always going to be cool to be in these superhero flicks. Comics aren't always going to be cool and the in thing. But they are going to be as long as the people who are making these films can make them exist and make them fun and exciting till they can really actually get people burnt out on them. But I honestly don't think we're there yet, but I do think that at one point we kind of reached a pinnacle of where we're at right now. We reached a certain pinnacle, and now, once you've tasted excess, nothing tastes quite the same. Nothing. And I think at this point is where kind of things are right now. Everybody still has that taste in their mouth. And not everybody, but a lot of people do. They're riding on that high. But superhero fatigue, I don't think so. I think what there is there is definitely a lack of good writing in some of these properties. And that's not to say that everything that we've got out there is wholly in itself terrible, because you could even take certain things out of the She-Hulk series or Ms. Marvel or any of these other series that maybe you didn't enjoy, and you can still extract something out of them and maybe make something good out of them. There's just wholly a lot of stuff within them that maybe you don't like. Maybe it's within the film themselves, just like I myself with Thor Love and Thunder, there's a lot of things about this movie that really obviously kind of broke me as a fan, and I'm completely willing to admit that. I walked out of that movie theater, as I said last week, I walked out of that movie theater looking like E-Man did when he walked out of the first time he watched Wakanda Forever. Like somebody just walked up and bitch slapped me like I was Chris Rock. And I walked away feeling less dignified than even Chris Rock did. I walked out of Love and Thunder and I was like, man, like this, like that, I just, at that point, I walked out. The first thing I said was, I'm not going to go see Wakanda Forever at the movie theater. I knew right then I wasn't going to. And while I was, I do believe in like the recast T'Challa movement. It wasn't all about that. It's not about that. It wasn't all about that. It was just at a point where I'm kind of like, oh man. And I feel like there's a lot of people that have felt that way by a lot of these different shows and things like that. And believe me, I'll be the first to say that a whole bunch of people are fucking sensitive. You all have delicate sensibilities when somebody makes a joke or does something in a movie or a TV show that you just don't like. We're all a little sensitive in that way at times, aren't we? But overall, a lot of people really are sensitive about those kinds of things. Your little delicate sensibilities. They made the She-Hulk show, half of it talking about incels and all these people talking about people like us. And I mean, they even admitted to that stuff. And believe me, this show suffered for it. It really did. It really did. And really, I do think that that's what's going on here, is the fact that you do have a lot of the writing out there that's just not really up to par with what we've had in the past. Now, part of that, I do believe there's a lot of people out there that probably do feel not like I do when it comes to like the TV shows in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or maybe even those shows in the Star Wars universe. I mean, certain people certainly have their feelings about that. And I will say I do feel like there's overall a lack of the writing quality. And that's not to say that they are all wholly terrible and that like they're complete pieces of garbage. There are a lot of these things that I think are probably easily salvageable even within the shows and what they have produced at certain points, that they could certainly just correct little things here and there and dramatically improve all of these things. I don't think there's one of these productions that I have actually looked at and said, this is complete and utter shit. This is unsalvageable. Because even Love and Thunder, the one that really kind of broke me, is the one I even look at and say, this one is easily salvageable. For me, you take Thor out of the movie, and the movie actually probably just a good movie and probably holds up a little bit better. I just think there's certain little things, and a lot of those little things here and there that add up to a big thing overall. And that's, I think, what a lot of people feel like. And it certainly is a lack of the quality in the writing, and I would say even some of the production otherwise of these TV shows. And it's not for lack of effort, because you can see they've got the talent and the people with the passion in a lot of these projects and in what they're doing. There are just times when a lot of these people in what they're doing kind of get caught up in their own shit that they want to do as well, and that don't always mesh with making and putting out a good production. And I think the funny thing is there's obviously instances where it really shows through some of the writing in these shows, even some of the ones that people are debating are whether are good or not. In things like, I see a lot of people talking about Andor, and it's so funny because you see these different people on the different sides of the political spectrum, if you will, talking about you see this, they're obviously talking about our opposition, they're obviously talking about those guys. Not your side, the other side. And it's so funny because I see these people, the conservatives saying this. I see the liberals saying this. Yeah. And it's like, and that's when I know that something is actually probably got some pretty decent writing, is when you both got people sitting there like the fucking Leo meme going, oh, at the TV screen, because they're like, they're talking about us and the people, oh, and you know what? The people they're talking about, they don't even know it. They think that they're talking about us, a fucking idiot. Like, that's when I know that the writing has got to be somewhat good. And reluctantly, I actually went and watched the Andor series. And believe me, while I regret watching it, I will say that even within that show, and up to the point where they are right now, I think there's actually some pretty good and decent shit within this show. It's just there's some of like, you could just take it out and it would be just fine. Some of it's quality control. Some of it's actually a lack of quality. It's not for a lack of trying. Like I said, most of the people involved with these productions are good at what they're doing, arguably. And I think that's really what it is more than anything else. It's not superhero fatigue. It's the lack of the good writing and the good stories that can really kind of appeal to a larger, wider audience. And I think for the movies, the MCU is actually pretty good at sticking to that. I would say the shows definitely, they are definitely seeking out a more specific kind of audience, while still more people might like it, but it's not for everybody. That's evident when you get into shows like Ms. Marvel, which is essentially a show made for preteen girls. And you get into even just like the She-Hulk show. Some of these different things that have the different aspects that people do and don't like about them. And you could even take a look at like the Moon Knight show and how that was, except for they didn't ever show us those scenes. But I would say some of them are definitely aimed at more specifically at a more kind of target audience than the movies have been. I think the movies have stuck pretty good to trying to be for a wider audience range. But I do definitely think that in a lot of cases, it's not superhero fatigue. It really is just the lack of quality. And again, whether it's the lack of quality in the writing, again, it's not really most of these people's abilities. Maybe sometimes just some of that quality control that somebody needs to be in there, tightening those screws just a little bit. Maybe turning the volume down over here. But I don't know. I could be wrong. That's just if you ask me. That's just if you ask me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And yeah, so let's see what you guys are saying here. What we got? Where were we at here? Where were we at? Okay, now I've got to scroll. I've got to scroll back. I got to scroll back. I can't see where I was. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I know I was somewhere close to here about James Gunn with the DCU. Yeah. I'm sure. Honestly, them making that call for James Gunn, that's honestly the best thing that they have going for them. It was honestly if you ask me, of people that were readily available and ready to do that, he's really their only option. He's really the only option that they have, and that they have had for the past couple of years. Because, like I said, I did that stream talking about that, which I kind of got on here the other week and replayed. Like, that was over 2 years ago that I did that. It was like fucking like June or July from 2 years ago in 2020. And the thing is, like, even in that time, nothing has changed. Nobody else has come along that's like, oh, hey, let's give this universe to this guy. There's nobody else. Who else is there? I mean, you're not gonna get Kevin. You might tempt him, but you're not gonna get Kevin Feige. He's doing something, and maybe he wants a new challenge. Maybe, sure. But I think he's got enough going on right now. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Maybe you could get a Victoria Alonso, and that would be great, wouldn't it? But I really think he's really the only person out there that is the only logical solution to any of it, and really like the right person for it, especially in the position that he's kind of in, because he's one of those kind of guys out there that has basically rubbed elbows with all these people, and is, I would say, probably not any of these guys enemy or on any of their bad list, and probably certainly the kind of guy that could get some of these guys to maybe want to come back and collaborate again. Like, is he gonna get Zack Snyder back? He could. If there's anybody out there that's going to make that happen, it wasn't going to be somebody else. There's nobody else that's been involved in these that it was going to be in the position, let alone in the position, and have the rapport with the people to try to even bring back, to even make it be a question. And that's the thing, is like, in all of this time, they haven't had anybody else to even try to plug in there that's viable. That's viable. What were they going to do? Were they going to try to choose J.J. Abrams? Like, what? Like, because remember there was talking, like, wasn't he in talks to do some Superman stuff too? Like there's nobody else. There's nobody else. Like, I can't think of anybody else that they've got, that there is out there, that you would even try to call upon to try to even do something remotely close to what the MCU is doing, or even trying to think of doing that. Building a studio to build out, even just telling individual stories, and eventually do like an Avengers kind of thing. Like, I don't know if there's somebody else out there that's could do that. I mean, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know. And the reason is because James Gunn has been there in that system, and a lot of the people that have been in the system are busy doing other things. Favreau's not available. Favreau's not available. Yeah. I think like I said, I think it's the best shot, and I think it'll do pretty good for him. Oh man. My image change like Ross. There you go. Where you go. All right. Science behind the pin particles is it brings molecules closer together, closing the gap between the electrons and neutrons. Yes, etc. Yeah. Nothing long time. Good. Good to see a firm handshake. What happened? Who? With who? Oh, Nikki? Yeah. So that's the same thing about the oxygen in the suit, but the new trailers show them in the helmet, with the helmet off, in the quantum realm, which I thought couldn't work. Yeah. No, you're not. They may have found a way to circumvent that. Yeah. Binge watch a Batman the animated series tonight. Yeah, my 9-year-old loves it. Yes. Yeah, I bet. Absolutely. I ask myself all the time. Just haven't started last week. It's on the X-Men 90s, Spawn animated, and Spidey. Yeah. All right. It's lazy movie storytelling. Slap the superhero genre on it, and they don't try anymore. Right. Yeah. We're just gonna make Sex in the City and slap MCU skins on it, and we'll call it the Avengers. Greatest Batman to ever wear the cowl. Yeah. But did he actually wear it though? Like, did he? I don't know. Maybe he did. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is pretty rewatchable. Yeah. Bro, so sensitive. Very sensitive. Yeah. She-Hulk served a purpose. It helped our YouTube channel. Yeah. The energy of the quantum realm fundamentally changed Scott and Hank and all their physiologies, and especially Janet. Oxygen be damned. Yeah. Subscribe to Salty Inferno. Yeah, she's a mod, so she can put her link in there. Absolutely. Zaslav decided that a lot of things didn't have value. Yeah, and I can't blame him. Just pull my theory video and give you all my theory here. That's on you, Eric. That's on you. We can't answer for it. Damn, you guys really don't get why we need She-Hulk for Secret Wars. Am I the only one who reads this crap? No. aggressively. Like, no, I totally get. Like I said, I read or like I see She-Hulk, especially like a lot of it was really in that last episode. But I see a lot of the stuff that happened in the She-Hulk, especially like that last episode, where it's like they're dropping little things here and there, and this is a lot of the shows. This is like almost every single one of the shows. They drop just a few little things here and there, nothing major, especially a lot of things that don't seem very major at all, that eventually will have some payoff. But I think with the She-Hulk thing, especially that last episode, they introduced some really crazy fucking shit that I think just people don't realize, like, because the whole thing with Kevin and all, like, the changing the reality and changing the show and just all that shit they did, that's bonkers. Like, that's fucking bonkers. Like even the thought of that is bonkers. Like, you got a machine there. It's like a sentient being. It's like kind of the Arnim Zola thing, kind of the, like maybe a MODOK kind of thing. But like you've got that, and it's there changing reality. It's almost like what was the little thing on Wall-E? You know, the little captain thing that was behind all the captains. Remember in all the pictures, the little thing that was actually in control of all the little AI thing. Like it's like that is crazy shit. It's crazy, but they just put it in these little ways, these little subtle ways. I mean, even really, if you think about kind of like the fourth wall break versus jumped out thing, the whole fucking like Deadpool thing and shit like that. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Because younger writers are cheaper, and that means younger writer sensibilities, and I think they're learning on the job real quick. Yeah, I think there's certainly something to be said for that. You know, and that reminds me, Nerd Executive, thinking about that actually kind of reminds me about something else, because like people, talk about like Kevin Feige and like, oh, like the quality, and I like I said, I think there's a lot of quality control issues, but I do think, everybody's like, oh, Kevin Feige is just not having so much of the oversight, he's spread thin and all this shit. Like, I don't really think that it's that. You know what it is, like where in the situations I've worked at, in a lot of situations at work, where you see like, I was even in charge of shit like this. I've even been in that situation. Where maybe there's a job position open, a promotion at your job, your employment where you work at, and you're like, hey, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to put in for this job. And when it comes to the interview, you know what? I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to knock this fucking interview out of the park. Right? And, or whatever it is, or maybe like you kind of been prepped. Maybe you got a friend that's there like, oh, just go in there and, act like, like kind of, whatever it is you've got to do to sell yourself that you can do the job. Right? And there's even situations, I was even in situations where I actually was in charge of people, and there's people applying for the job that want the job, and there was somebody in particular, I'm like, hey, let's see if I think this guy could probably do it. They had a lot of doubts, and believe me, I was like, let's see if this guy can put his money where his mouth is, right? I was like, and I got the guy, but I'll do what I can to help the guy out and train him. Like, he was one of my fucking people, so why, and well, it didn't go so good. And and it wasn't for lack of me trying. It wasn't for lack of me trying, but also, I mean, it's just how people are. Like, can you sell somebody on the job? And sometimes you take a risk. But again, when it comes to shit like this, you get somebody who goes in there and has a good pitch and is passionate about the job, and maybe they know jack squat about what they're doing or what they're really interviewing. They're like, I just know that I'm going to be, I'm trying out for this show. I'm just going to go and it's going to be like, show my passion about the filmmaking and maybe something about, like they're going to just put on a good presentation, and you're going to be like, all right, we're at a point right now. We can experiment a little bit. With these shows, and we'll give you the shot. We'll take the risk. But when it comes to our big budget production movies, we can't really take that risk. But this might be a good place for us to test out some of these people and their chops for what they are doing, and if they are somebody that we can move forward and continue to work with. And I think that's a big thing too, is if there is somebody there that might not even be the best, but if they can actually show the potential and be somebody to actually work with. Because there are certainly people that are difficult to work with. Case in point, exactly what I was talking about the person I decided to promote and be like, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. It's the same kind of thing. And to think that it wouldn't be that same kind of thing in Hollywood, I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. But again, I've been in those situations as well, where sometimes it's not always necessarily the most qualified person for the job, but maybe you're willing to take a risk because somebody came in, they had the passion, and they were able to sell themselves and their idea. And I can't really fault them for that, because you got to do somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And certainly the younger writers, they're cheaper and their sensibilities. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that there's a learning curve, if you will. Yeah, absolutely, Nerd Executive. Let's see. I only recommend top-notch channels. What did I miss there? I must have missed something. Subscribe to. Oh, okay, yeah. The salty. I see. So yeah. I got you. Yeah, superhero fatigue. Brian Mccann in the building. Says superhero fatigue. Writing quality went down. Yeah, it did. And like I said, I think a lot of it's salvageable. I've managed to choke down the past couple of episodes of Andor 2. And, I would say the show's improved, but holy, it's really just this show is... It's not terrible, but, it's not... I can't really say it's good. There's definitely some salvageable things in there. Yeah. And, and what's with... what's with that guy? What's his name? Cyril? Is it Cyril? That dude, that Cyril guy, he's actually reminding me of that guy that went viral this week, that fucking weirdo with the fucking with the bushy sideburns and shit that called the cops because he was chasing that young girl around, followed her in her car, and her fucking father called and called and said, dude, if you don't leave my daughter now, beep 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 beep. If you don't leave her alone, beep 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 beep. And the dude called the cops on the phone, oh, the guy threatened me. Oh yeah, I don't know. And he starts sitting there talking about if maybe she has maybe she likes grapes. Maybe she likes grapes and has fantasies about that. And he's talking about maybe she wants to do porno and maybe all of this stuff and you're what? And he's sitting there talking, and the cop is sitting there kind of trying to make sense, is this guy am I really talking? Is this guy really saying this shit to me? The cop is sitting there being patient as fuck with him, talking to this guy, and then the guy's going on. And he's the cop's I'm wondering, I really felt like the cop was I'm giving this guy the benefit of the doubt that maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. But then the guy started talking about these fantasies and porn and everything, and the cop just get out of here, just fucking leave. And then the guy walked out. He gets out to his car and he's sitting there doing the whole recording the video, and he's sitting there looking at the camera. He's sitting there looking at the camera, talking to the camera, or essentially talking to you, and he's sitting there doing this, looking at himself in the camera, and you look like a fucking psycho, dude, because you're sitting there looking at yourself talking. You're sitting there talking, and you're not looking at the camera. It's just you're sitting there watching. You're bro, you look like a fucking weirdo. And this guy is a fucking weirdo. Completely disturbed. And And that's exactly what that dude from Andor is. That dude from Andor, Cyril, or whatever his name, that dude, he's that guy. That dude's fucking creeper status. They need to put that motherfucker in that prison that all them other motherfuckers jumped out of. They need to put that son of a bitch in there. That's where he belongs. That's where that motherfucker belongs, man. He's the one that belongs in there. That fucking dude he's whack. He's a danger to himself and somebody else. Certainly women. And I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's not even funny. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I know. I'm grateful for all this content we're getting. Some shows that are just not made for everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, when I was growing up, we didn't have shit. You know? Occasionally we got something. But that's not to say that I'm going to like it all or that I have to. I've had such a easy time being a nerd since I don't give a flying fuck about Star Wars anymore. Right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nerd Life is, there you go. Exactly. But you know, part of what it is like, part of what it is, people love the drama. People love the drama. Let's see, it skipped on me again. And I'm behind again. My ego is not my amigo. Good writing without pandering. Just write all the characters colorblind and gender blind and just tell a good story. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Yeah, there you go. Keep up with Star Wars now, or you will end up reading my Wikipedia articles later. Yeah. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. Stop making predictable storylines. White male juggling clown, whamming undefeatable, etc., etc. The Marvels better not be hinting at a gender swapped Marvel character with what Kamala and Carol switching spots in the universe. Right. Yeah. Oh, look at this son of a bitch here. Yeah, Two Brothers Comics says, well, who the hell asked you, Trendy? Yeah. I love it. That's great. Where's Mike Stanshill Porter at? They keep wanting to recreate Iron Man with all the lower tier characters, like all new, all different. But not everyone is Robert Downey Jr., especially most of these B league budget actors. Yeah. I mean, there's certainly a lot to be said about the actors and the charisma that they bring with them to the role. Certainly. Pascal, come on down. That's funny. Speaking of Star Wars, my theory is absolutely strange Marvel theories. I know what you're saying. You're saying like he's like, you know what? I smoked a couple joints, then I did a couple lines, and I said, fuck it, I'm going all the way. I'm gonna see what this shit's all about. And then he came out and he's like, yeah, fuck that shit. We're fighting against that shit. Yeah. My next cosplay is Ms. Marvel morphed into me. Blend in at this con. That costume Kamala's mom made is so comfortable. Yeah, absolutely. It's got the little neck, the little scarf and everything. Yeah, absolutely, and the nice loose fitting kind of shirt. Yeah, it's almost like a kimono. Yeah. Fuck Victoria, she's a fake Hispanic with the Maury shit. Oh, okay. I met him in a swamp down in Dagobah where it bubbles all the time like a giant carbonated soda. Yeah, the death of the X-Men. All right, from Marvel, have you watched my videos? Yeah. Favreau made the MCU, not Feige. Ooh. Need more people well versed in the comics, in my opinion. We can't always get the same approach, twists over and over. Yeah, absolutely. Did you ask him his name in the raspy voice? Say Yoda. Wait. What are you talking about? I missed something there. What? Trin, you make me miss streaming. Yeah, why don't all you gotta do is do it. Just stream, dude. Just stream, dude. Cringe at the self-promoting. I just can't do it. Oh, it's okay. Okay, Nate. All right, you don't have to. Yeah, Karma was live action Batman with the CW Crisis. Live action Batman and the CW Crisis. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he did put on the cowl then, huh? All right. Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, you have a power of attraction rather than promotion. There you go. Absolutely. But I can. There you go. Exactly. Now it's not self-promotion. Yeah, go sub. Yeah. On the premise that we'll get the comic book average. Yeah. 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 I don't mind some of the changes from the comics, but only if it makes the writing and connective tissue better. Yeah. I can hear that. It's on my channel. It's Nikki's. Yeah, all good. Oh, do me next. My channel is effing dope. Yeah, yours in there. And look, Streamlabs is actually working. Yeah, Streamlabs is actually working. Yeah. I noticed that. Maybe hi. What? Yeah, I just saw the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, Nikki. Absolutely. We got you. We got your back. With you and been harping on so many inconsistencies in the MCU that made no sense to have them present, such as Tony's element. It's so much. It's not Tony's element. You trying to trigger me, you son of a bitch? We went over. It's not Tony's element. And Shuri not being able to recreate the herb is a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit. Fucking that's 100% recreatable. What do you think the super soldier serum was? What do you think the super soldiers? Yeah. Man. Don't get me started. You're like you got Aaron over here already started with some of his stuff. Like he's about to get me triggered with the Tony's element. He's about to make me go deep. And let me tell you one thing right now, brother. You don't want none of that. Agrees to close to the source material as possible. Obviously, some changes can and will be made. Yeah. And like I said, I honestly think even 5% is probably being given a little too much leeway. But I think you could probably go, like 95%. Like you could get there. With, the character and, like, and even the stories. You could change it like that. And I think that little bit would allow them to do a lot. I am, after all, an evil purist. Yeah. Absolutely. Serial is the worst character there. Yeah. Serial. Yeah. He's like, well, and that's the whole thing is like, what is that character even doing? Like, again, it's the Love and Thunder thing. Take that character and what's going on there out, and this is the show might actually be decent. And give me more Mothma. Right? Oh. What? Okay. Showcase until it was used to revive Vision. Oh, don't. But yeah, Cyril, he's terrible. I'm watching a movie with Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, the dude who was Ben Affleck's Alfred, and it's great. Oh, okay. Yeah. The guy who was from Top Gun Maverick. Yeah. Oh, wait. No. The dude who was Batfleck's Alfred. Oh, never mind. I was thinking about, never mind. Sorry. No, I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking right there. I was thinking you were talking about the guy that was, anyway. Batfleck's Alfred. Batfleck's Alfred. Oh, okay, yeah. Jeremy Irons? Jeremy. Yeah, Irons?
Lady Gaga, Adam Driver, and Jeremy Irons. Okay. Never heard of it, though. So, like, I think he's going to be an issue. Yeah. So, some picked up any comics lately? Yeah. What do you got? What do you got? What are your new comics? What are your new comics? So, I handed down to shop with my daughter on Monday. Been a minute since I was able to get down there. Nice. All right. Where did this shit happen? What? What are you talking about? Have Loki go back in Daniel Fisher, if the MCU doesn't have Loki go back in time and hijack Hulk while he was while he has no astral spirit, I'll be pissed. It makes too much sense not to do. Oh yeah. He's an insult, bro. He's just a future Unabomber. yeah, Nikki, like that dude was like, oh man, that dude was like, psh, psh, yeah, that dude, yeah. Then his mama slapped him like a bitch. Oh man, did she? I don't know. I don't think so. I might have missed that. Remember the Droids cartoon in the 80s? Which one? Oh, like, was based off the Star Wars? Is that what you're talking about? The Droids cartoon? Same thing. I can't even watch YouTubers cover Star Wars anymore. Yeah. I remember. Oh, okay. Oh, here's the soccer story in full watch. Later, not now, you in crates. Oh, okay, that's the story right there. All right. Oh, see, Jason knows all about it. This opportunity, partially reason my channel was born. Yeah, there you go. Because I think there's a convergence curve of writing ability and actual IP knowledge that needs to be paid more attention. Yeah, absolutely. The first show ever to cover Star Wars in the 80s. I like to postpone some of my old shows sometimes. Yeah, that was a good one too, Aglax. I seen that one. I remember that one. You're like the grandfather of the Phantom Menaces. The Phantom Menaces. Yes, I enjoyed it given the situation the MCU left us, and it made me miss all of Chadwick's performances and made the other orbits hard to swallow. What other orbit? What are you talking about? Just search on boycotting Star Wars after Empire Strikes Back ruined the franchise to see my older Star Wars. Yeah, exactly, Aglax. No, I stole your shit. Actually, you're the one that turned me on to it. You're the one that turned me into a Star Wars purist, Aglax. It was your video that turned me. It was your video that turned me, man. Yeah. Your video was the red pill, Aglax. Your video was the red pill that woke me up. Yeah, $8. Mon Mothma in the Savage Land. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so it was Marvel Pierce Mon Mommy. Oh man, no, I can't go there. No. Oh man, Mon Mommy. Yeah. The Gucci movie. It's good. Looked it up too. I felt like a dick. Jeremy Irons. Yeah, dude was Scar in the show. Yeah. He was Scar. Yeah, show him some respect. Absolutely. Talk about some crazy shit. Yeah. Ryan Unknown, thank you so much for being here. He says, hey T, I just watched Love and Thunder tonight. Man, the constant joking is next level. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty terrible. Oh, no, yeah, of course. Yeah, Aglax loves it. Aglax loves it. Hey, I want a special surprise sneak preview announcement. Yeah, what is it? What is it, Jason? What is it? What's the sneak preview? Give it to us. What is it? What is it? Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? I don't know. Let us know. Yeah. We're here waiting. You got us now. You got us. We are starting a DC only YouTube channel. Who's we? yeah. If anybody else wants to join me in Trinity Star Wars group, it's called the Jedi. The Jedi always carry khaki outfits, forever friends, or Jack Off for short. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had a meeting. What called the DC Troglodytes. The DCU tour guides. Oh, okay. Oh, Captain Pennsylvania, is he still alive? Man, Captain Pennsylvania. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Yeah. Oh, Ryan Unknown, you want to join Jack? You want to join Jack Off? All right. Yeah. Absolutely. That's just what I read. I was just scanning through the, yeah. It's back up in chat, Mike. Oh, okay, yeah. It's back up there. He dropped it up there before Agalax was talking about the club. Captain Plumpface. Yeah. Y'all heard it here first. All right, for sure. Well, folks, I'm not sure. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Is there anything else I got to cover today? Like anything? I think I've said about all I need to say today. I can't really think of anything else out there that is worth or is noteworthy. I mean, we could sit here and we could chop it up about Twitter and Elon all day and how that's all going. What's this? Robert Meyer Burnett. Curious to hear, did you feel your screening of Wakanda Forever was too dark, meaning the actual image was not bright enough to see clearly, loss of detail in the faces, and when Namor emerges from the river, you can barely see anyone, wondering if there's a DCP issue? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. Then you get somebody who comments like talking about like, no, that's like you're saying stuff I didn't even ask anything, like I'm not even talking about that part of it, like I'm not even talking about that. I'm asking about the lighting of the, was it too dark? Yeah. Or was it just where I was watching it? Yeah, I don't think there was anything too ridiculous this week as far as people being completely insane weirdos. Aside from the guy we already discussed. Oh yeah. Joe Glass is going to Thought Bubble UK. Look out, women of color out there in the crowd. Be careful. Oh man. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't think there was anything major. This week. Oh, you know what? This was a few days ago. Rob Jefferson saying, from Comics Explained, saying like he's just not feeling the passion of doing the comic thing anymore. Yeah, crazy, huh? Yeah, guys. Yeah, that dude was crazy. Remember how angry I was at the Bourne movies being nothing like the books. Yeah, I never read the books. I thought the movies were decent, though. I thought the movies were pretty good. I mean, I thought they were pretty good, but I didn't read the books. So I don't know. So I don't know about the lore. I can certainly understand if you read the books and you watch the movie, you're like, yeah, that ain't it, bro. So even when they brought in Jeremy Renner, you weren't even like nah, not this either. You're just like, it's not that altogether, man. Jeremy Renner was probably a welcome change. Nah, I don't know, but I don't know. You let me know. I don't know. I never read the books. Yeah, that guy's bonkers. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, that dude's like, yeah. We'll see. Plump into the chat to see Trinity randomly say it. Oh, okay. Why? What's with the plump? The shipping of that company, Eli Lilly over insulin prices on Twitter. was the chef's kiss? I don't even know. I must have missed that one. Read books, y'all. What's it? Boing. What? What is that? I can't even do that. I can't even do that, Daniel Fisher. I'm like, so, plump, moist. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna bring this to an end. I think I kind of covered everything today, but thank you all so much for being here tonight. If you're watching this on the replay, slim chances, I don't know, is there a slim chance of that? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Superhero fatigue, am I right? Am I wrong? It's not really superhero fatigue, man. I'm telling you. It's just lack of quality and quality control. That's just if you ask me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for being here tonight on the Trailer Park Live. I went a little bit early tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think it probably paid off. But you all have a good night. Mike Porter's probably about to wake up from his nap. And we'll see you all in the next video. Later.